Semangat. Nah, sekarang kita akan berbagi bersama dengan teman-teman dari Thailand lagi.
Iya, masih ingat namanya
Masih ingat toh ya?
teman-teman? Masih ingat? Kalau yang paling ganteng, ya, yang paling cantik, the most beautiful woman in this group, do you still remember his name? Wah, Mr.
Sen.
I was joking. The most handsome man in this group. Give applause for
Give
Mr.
applause for
Tan.
him.
Yeah. Mr. Tan told me that in Thailand, if we want to address an older person, it will be P, right?
Yes, yes.
We say P Tan.
P-Tan.
P-Tan.
Can we say hello, P Tan?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
น้อง
Maybe sit here. Thank you. And then the next friend. Do you remember our friend who wear is it a brown jacket or green jacket? Green? Yeah, somewhat green color. Do you remember her name? Tanya? Is it true? Right? Okay, can we say hello, Tanya?
Halo Tanya.
Welcome. Yeah, you can choose one of the seats. Yeah, hello. Welcome. And then next to her. Yeah. Do you remember her? It's only one word. I mean her nickname. Yeah. No, both of them. Okay. Yeah, the first one. Fa. Can we say hi, Fa? And then last but not least, hi.
Kwang.
That's right.
Hai
Kwang.
Kwang.
Welcome everyone. Hello. Is that a sign of God?
Are they enough? Okay.
I should not talk anymore.
Oh, okay. So this is your kid.
Thank you. Yeah. So Kak Leon,
Ya.
how are you today,
Kak
Kak
Cici.
Leon?
Oh, I'm fine.
Dia juga mau diajak talk show.
Iya.
Yeah. And how are all of you?
Well, we are doing well. Very
Healthy?
fun today.
Healthy?
Healthy.
Happy?
Still happy, of course.
Yeah, we are curious of how you experience this camp.
Ya.
And so we would like to know it from you, but in a fun way. So can you tell us about your experience in this camp in
One
one
word.
word? You can choose a different word. And we can start. Kak Leo can choose who can start. Yeah, who's the first one? Okay, Kwang.
Surprise!
Whoa! Yeah, very surprising, yeah, this camp with the weather also. Thank you, Kwang. And Fa?
I will say mantap.
Wah! Siapa ini yang ngajarin? Luar biasa. Kelompok 5 mana kelompok 5? Weh, dapat poin nggak? Dapat poin? Mantap. Thank you, Fa.
She got the scene.
Sikat.
But it's Kiao Susu.
Sus.
My team is
my
also Susu. Where's my team? Susu!
Susu. Wow, that's my team. That's my team. Woo. Wah.
Your turn, your turn.
My turn. My word is enak.
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 Nikmat ya, enak. Oishi. Kelompoknya siapa nih, Fa? Well, where's your team members? Oh, 10 ya, sorry.
Yeah, that's me. You already met
Sorry.
me 4 years ago.
I'm sorry, I'm the one who's
Yeah.
not getting points.
My team. You asked for my team.
Yeah, yeah.
My team. My team. My team. Where's my team? Woo! That's my
Yeah.
team.
Ya, enak ya, diajarin yang enak ya. And Peter,
My turn. I should not be the last one.
they
They got a
already.
good one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I will say senuk. That's in Thai. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we should learn some Thai.
Yeah,
That's okay.
that means
Senuk. Fun.
Sanuk.
Senuk. Everybody say senuk.
Senuk.
Yeah, that's very good. Very good.
With everyone. Yeah, because if we use another vowel, it will mean like a
Oh, I should.
different thing in Indonesia. But that's okay.
I should.
No. Fun. Yeah.
It's fun in Thai. I'm speaking Thai.
Okay. Thank you, Pitan.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for all the good news ya. Good news ya Kak Leon.
Yeah, it's very
Because
good.
we are worried if maybe it's too cold or too something for you. Okay.
Ya, oke.
Nah,
What we will
mau
talk
ngapain nih kita
about
Kak?
this afternoon, Kak
This-
Gigi.
This afternoon?
Okay,
It
afternoon,
looks like
right?
it's night
no.
times.
Oh, sorry, evening.
Evening, ya.
Kita mau ngomongin apa nih Kak hari
Iya.
ini?
Teman-teman, kita kembali lagi bersama kawan-kawan kita dari Thailand. Nah, kalau kemarin kita sudah banyak ngomongin tentang pelayanan, program-program gitu ya, organisasi-organisasi yang mereka kelola, bahkan kita sempat lihat video yang menarik sekali menunjukkan pelayanan dengan teman-teman disabilitas yang tentu menginspirasi kita. Hari ini kita akan bicara sesuatu yang lebih intimate. Wah. Biasanya kalau yang lebih intimate itu dekat di hati gitu ya. Iya, nah saat ini kita mau ngobrolin personal experience gitu ya, pengalaman-pengalaman perjalanan-perjalanan personal yang kawan-kawan kita dari Thailand ini mungkin pernah alami. Nah teman-teman, saya pribadi baru mengenal Piten dan kawan-kawan ini belum ada 48 jam ya, belum sampai 2 hari, baru kemarin. Tapi ada satu kalimat yang saya ingin tanyakan begitu nanti kepada teman-teman ini yang saya rasa itu berasal dari pengalaman personal yang luar biasa begitu. Kemarin kawan-kawan ini sempat menyebutkan ada satu kalimat yang menyentuh buat saya begitu. Mereka mengatakan begini teman-teman, dalam pelayanan dengan keluarga dan kawan-kawan disabilitas, mereka mengatakan bahwa kita melayani untuk dan bersama teman-teman disabilitas itu kita melayani bukan karena kita sudah lebih siap, bukan saat kita siap, tapi kita melayani karena Tuhan mengutus kita. Tuhan telah mengajak dan mengundang kita. Dan itu menurut saya sesuatu yang diucapkan pasti lahir dari satu pengalaman personal begitu ya. So Pitan, Tanya, Fa and Kwang, I was telling them like it's only been not even 2 days since I first listened to your stories and your organization and everything that you've been doing. But in those few hours, there's this one sentence that really touched me and moved me personally from what you've been saying. And this sentence goes, I don't know if you remember or not, but then yesterday you said, we serve not because we are ready and also not when we are ready, but we serve because God tells us to do it. God sends us to do it. We serve for them and with them because God is the one who's telling us to do it. And I think it speaks a lot about overcoming our fear, overcoming our unreadiness, because sometimes we say, nanti saja, maybe later, when we have more money, when we have more knowledge, when we know more about them, then we can serve. But what you've been saying is telling us a lot about overcoming those fear and overcoming how scared we are, because a lot of times we want to do something, but like how can we do it? Ya, dari pengalaman sehari-hari seringkali kita berhadapan dengan rasa atau komitmen, ya saya mau mengasihi, saya mengasihi mereka. But bagaimana caranya? Mungkin ada dari kita yang juga bahkan merasa bingung atau takut ketika berhadapan dengan kondisi-kondisi tertentu dari teman-teman kita, saudara-saudari kita dengan disabilitas. And maybe, and I think what you've been saying is coming from your heart, not just some theory or advice, but it's coming from your heart. And I'm wondering if right now you can share with us about your personal journey or personal experience working along with our brothers and sisters with disabilities, and things that may also inspire us who are starting but also continuing working along with our friends with disabilities. Now you can choose.
Okay, I will go first.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I actually grew up in Buddhist family,
Oh, Mr. Tan dari background keluarga Buddha.
and I got saved in year 2000.
Oh, tahun 2000 memeluk agama
So
Kristen.
23 years ago.
23 tahun yang lalu. Ya. Ya. Berasal dari nilai-nilai hidup Buddhis begitu.
Yeah, just cut the story short. And I went to school and I was major in music.
Oh, kuliah di jurusan musik.
I went to school in Bangkok,
Di Bangkok.
undergrad in the violin performance.
Oh, teman-teman ada pemain biola di sini? Ya, satu jurusan dengan Pitan. A lot of people here are also sharing
a lot of
the same-
violinists here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to play later with them?
You have the violin. And I was in the orchestra.
Oh, and you play in Jakarta before, right?
Yeah, we went to a concert tour in Jakarta before. It's like
Wow.
more than 10 years ago.
Ya,
Yeah.
10 tahun yang lalu, orkestra di Jakarta, Mr. Tan.
I also went to study about church music and the violin for my master degree
Ya, ya.
in America.
Oke.
And then I came back to my hometown and Chiang Mai and teach about church music and music ministries.
Ya, pelayanan musik di gereja berarti secara spesifik mengarah ke musik di gereja.
And I also do the students development in the Payap University as well.
Oh, oke. Terlibat juga dalam pembimbingan mahasiswa gitu, pengembangan mahasiswa.
So I really have a heart for young people like you guys.
Oh. Wow, we are glad that you're here. Mr. Tan cinta anak-anak muda.
And the first time I experienced the disability ministries was about 10 years ago.
Pertama kali terlibat dalam pelayanan dengan saudara-saudari dengan disabilitas itu 10 tahun yang lalu.
It was when I went to the family retreat that we showed the video
Oh,
last night.
so you were a participant, volunteer?
I was a volunteer. I was a volunteer.
Ya, salah satu sukarelawan.
And, I was paired with a boy with learning disability.
Oh, oke.
And he cannot focus. He is really energetic, run everywhere, and I have to follow him. And he was really tired.
Oh, pertama kali Mr. Tan ikut dalam program yang kemarin kita tonton di video itu sebagai salah satu sukarelawan. Dia dipasangkan dengan seorang yang dengan disabilitas lalu punya kondisi yang sangat-sangat aktif
Hiperaktif,
gitu, tidak bisa fokus gitu ya.
And, it let me think that it was about 5 days for the retreat, but the family, the whole year, 365 days, non-stop. I mean, I'm taking care of this boy for 5 days and I'm very tired already. No energy. But for the family, 365 days, right? So that got to my heart, and since then, I tell myself that I will serve in this retreat every year.
Oh, pengalaman pribadi Mr. Tan saat bisa menempatkan diri di posisi keluarga yang dia kemudian bayangkan dia hanya 1 hari berpelayanan di situ. Bayangkan keluarga yang 365 hari setahun, 24 jam bersama dengan saudara-saudari kita itu menggerakkan Mr. Tan untuk menaruh hati dan komitmennya di sana, di pelayanan disabilitas.
I was full-time teaching in the university in music, but I was volunteer with the church. When they have a wheelchair distribution, sometimes I go with them, help them to do translation because some of the volunteers foreigner, and tell the patients who come receive the wheelchair the gospel.
Oh, oke. Mr. Tan membantu dalam pelayanan musiknya juga untuk mentranslate karena banyak juga pelatih-pelatih atau partisipannya dari yang berbeda bahasa, bukan bahasa Thailand.
I also took an internship with Johnny and Friends organization.
Oh, the one that you told us yesterday.
For 2 months
okay.
in Arizona and California.
Oh, magang. Mr. Tan juga pernah magang di Amerika Serikat terkait pelayanan can you say one more?
Johnny and Friends.
Johnny and Friends, ya, yang diceritakan kemarin.
Yeah, and it's a lot of experiences that God gave to me through internship.
Banyak pengalaman dari pengalaman magang itu yang diberikan Tuhan.
And it was 2 years ago that my missionary friends asked me if we can do something to support more about disability ministry. So we started Stronger Together. Our intention is to help wheelchair project that we giving out wheelchairs to people with disabilities and telling them gospel.
And 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Oke, Mr. Tan ini salah satu founder ya of Stronger Together.
Yeah.
Ya, salah satu yang merintis organisasi yang kemarin diceritakan itu dan disitulah sekarang dia full time melayani bersama temannya.
Yeah. But recently, like I told you guys yesterday, that this year, and I pray to God, and I think it's a time that we have to expand our ministry to local churches. Because every time we go to distribution, very few churches willing to come and help us to do the ministry. So I think it's a time that we will help local churches to start disability ministries and strengthen the disability ministries in their churches.
Mr. Tan rindu banyak gereja yang juga mau bahu-membahu dalam pelayanan ini karena di dalam pengalamannya masih sangat sedikit, terutama gereja-gereja lokal begitu yang terlibat bersama dengan dia di Thailand begitu dalam organisasinya.
So I decided to leave the university and start a full-time job with Stronger Together.
Ya, jadi Mr. Tan ini sebenarnya baru saja keluar dari pekerjaannya yang lama dari universitas tempat dia mengajar gitu untuk full time ada di organisasi ini yang dia ceritakan kepada kita. Jadi kita termasuk salah satu kelompok dari gereja-gereja yang terberkati karena kehadiran dengan komitmennya ini.
Because I believe that God called me to, in a sense, become a missionary to the family affected by disabilities.
Ya, sebuah panggilan buat Mr. Tan.
My family we don't have kids with disabilities, but in my work when I was volunteer with the church, I experienced the life of a family with kids with disabilities, and they have a very difficult life. Many of them, they don't have hope. But that Jesus is a hope, only hope for them, and they need this love, this hope from Jesus.
Ya, kalau bicara soal pengalaman langsung dalam keluarga, Mr. Tan memang tidak memiliki anak yang ada dalam kondisi yang dikatakan disabilitas itu, tapi Mr. Tan percaya bahwa dan dari pengalamannya dia melihat banyak anak-anak dalam kondisi disabilitas yang kehilangan harapan gitu, dan di sana dia kemudian merasa tergerak untuk mengatakan pada mereka ada harapan dalam Tuhan, ada harapan dalam Kristus.
Like recently, we gave our wheelchair to one family. This family has two family members. The grandma, about 70 years old, about 70 something years old, and had a back injury. So she couldn't walk really well. And another one is her grandchild, about 5 years old, and has cerebral palsy, has to stay on a wheelchair the whole time.
Ya, pengalaman salah satu yang terkini yang Mr. Tan alami memberikan kursi roda buat satu keluarga, dua kursi roda, satu buat neneknya, satu buat cucunya yang ada dalam kondisi cerebral palsy.
And you know, when we gave our wheelchair, we talked to them. I talked to them and our team also. And we try to, you know, help them with many things. And they said that it's the first time in their life that they feel that they are not alone.
Oh. Dan dari pengalaman itu sebenarnya bukan soal ngasih kursi rodanya, tapi mereka merasa bahwa dari pengalaman bersama organisasinya Mr. Tan, mereka merasa mereka tidak dibiarkan sendirian. Mereka merasa ditemani, ada orang yang peduli sama mereka.
So I think there's something that God tell me to do, you know, to be a bridge, you know, to bring
menjadi
hope,
jembatan.
to bring love to this family affected by disabilities.
Ya, menggerakkan Mr. Tan untuk jadi jembatan pengharapan dan kasih buat keluarga-keluarga itu.
Also, with the work at the university that I work with students development before, one thing that I really think that God called me to do is to spread disability awareness to young people that will become leader of the church in the future. And you know that God want us to minister to these people.
Ya, ketika Mr. Tan melihat teman-teman di sini, teman-teman juga adalah pengharapan buat kedepannya generasi yang akan melanjutkan pelayanan ini dan bisa menggerakkan juga orang-orang untuk punya kesadaran yang lebih lagi sebagaimana teman-teman sudah banyak pelajari hari ini tentang disabilitas.
Yeah. I actually am not good in speaking at all. And
Mr.
really
Tan
afraid
merasa
to speak in front of people.
Bukan public speaker yang baik menurut Mr. Tan. Dia merasa dirinya kurang di dalam hal itu.
But when I heard from Tanya and Kwang that you have this event and the topic is about disability. And yeah, a weeks ago, and it's all young people.
Wah.
And that I think is really good opportunity to spread disability awareness.
Yay!
Because
we are blessed that
yeah,
you and everyone come.
yeah,
here.
because I don't know how God gonna use, you know, what we talk to you.
Yeah.
Like the 2 years ago, last year, sorry, I invited to speak about disability ministries in one seminary in Chiang Mai.
Okay.
And there were about 4 people in that room that I speak, you know, but I spoke anyway and talk about disability ministries, but they're also online. But a year later, this year, there's one pastor messaged me and he said that I remember listening to your message about disability ministry last year. And now I want to do that ministry. So now we serve together. So I hope the same thing. I'm not good at speaking. I actually don't know what I'm talking but I know that God will work some way with my voice, my speaking, with me, you know, living among you guys in this camp. God will work in some way. And the result we will see in the future.
Yeah. So it's not about we become the master right now, but like do what you feel like you wanna do right now to love them and to serve them. Is that
Yeah.
yeah? Not waiting for the time when we are ready.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Pitan,
Thank you.
for
Titan.
the story of your
Yeah,
life.
of course. I think I will let others share.
Yeah, Tanya.
I think you already shared for us. I mean,
Yeah,
all of
and-
our story is in your.
And
Okay.
Kak Leo will help.
Okay, yeah, I will help
Uh,
to translate in Indonesia.
or maybe you are in the same organization with him, so do you want to go first? Like maybe
Oh, yeah.
disconnect. What do you think?
Okay. I will try and feel like because it's cold, my mouth is freezing.
Oh, dia kedinginan ya. Mulutnya sampai rada beku katanya. Oke.
Okay. First of all, I'm from Catholic family, but I became a Christian when I was 12.
Di usia 12 Katolik. Oh iya. Fa sebelumnya adalah seorang Katolik. Di usia 12 tahun dia menjadi seorang Kristen Protestan.
And last night, Pastor Martin asked me the questions about, "Fa, you look young, but why did you decided to do this ministry?"
Your father?
Pastor
Pastor. Ya, Pak Martin bertanya kepada Fa, kenapa kamu masih muda tapi kok mau ngambil pelayanan ini? Fa adalah juga staff full time bersama dengan Mr. Tan.
Yeah.
And then?
Actually, and since I was young, I grew up with surrounded by people with disabilities since I was young.
Jadi ternyata Fa ini sejak muda sudah berada di lingkungan dan bekerja bersama dengan teman-teman disabilitas.
I have two relatives that have autism and learning disability, and one is deaf.
Oh, jadi ada kerabat dekatnya yang juga mengalami disabilitas.
Two relatives, one is autism and learning disability.
Satu autis, and then yang kedua learning disability itu apa ya?
They have difficult time to learn something. And
Oh ya, disabilitas intelijen gitu ya. Oke.
And one is deaf.
Yang satu tuli. Ya, oke.
And my uncle, because an accident, he become a paraplegic.
What?
Paraplegic, like
What is it?
he cannot move from.
Oh
the hip
ya,
to
jadi
ankle.
pamannya pernah kecelakaan dan bagian setengah tubuhnya tidak bisa bergerak
And he also cannot talk.
dan juga tidak bisa berbicara. Jadi Fa berada di lingkungan itu dengan orang-orang
Ya.
dengan disabilitas.
And when I was in high school, I also have two friends with autism.
Ketika Fa di sekolah SMA, temannya Fa juga ada yang autis.
So my life is like surrounded by these people with disability, and I've never have a picture of myself doing this ministry in my life.
Oh, tidak ada no picture,
I've never
Oh,
had a picture
tidak
of
ada-
myself.
nggak ada pengalaman, nggak ada background dari pelayanan itu, tapi Tuhan tempatkan Fa di lingkungan yang demikian bersama dengan orang-orang dengan disabilitas.
Hello. But when I was in college, I went to Payap University, the place that Mr. Tan used to be professor.
Oh, Fa ini mahasiswanya Mr. Tan, teman-teman,
Yeah,
di Payap University.
It's Bible College,
Itu sekolah Alkitab
and
di Thailand.
A little bit windy.
okay.
Oke.
And in year 3, we had a chance to take a course, disability course.
Oh, di tahun ketiga, Fa ada satu mata kuliah tentang disabilitas.
And at that course, I learned so much thing about disability, and we had a chance to go to family retreat, and that changed my mind.
Jadi di kelas disabilitas itu Fa mendapatkan banyak sekali pelajaran yang berharga dan kemudian mendapatkan kesempatan untuk terlibat di dalam pelayanan family camp itu tadi.
And since I became a Christian, I always thinking like wants to be a missionary.
Sejak Fa memilih untuk menjadi Kristen, dia sempat berpikir untuk menjadi seorang misionaris, teman-teman.
When I was young, I always think about I will go to like Africa, I will go to India, I will go to some place that across culture to share gospel, to tell them about Jesus.
Jadi sejak muda Fa punya kerinduan untuk menjadi misionaris yang bisa pergi ke berbagai tempat yang berbeda kultur budaya untuk mengabarkan Injil.
But I've never had a chance to be a missionary yet.
Oh, tapi sampai saat ini Fa belum mendapatkan kesempatan untuk melakukan itu.
And after I graduated from college, I went to a Christian Foundation. It's about taking care of children from the mountain to access education and have a better life.
Oh, setelah Fa lulus dari kampus itu, Fa bergabung dengan satu foundation yang pelayanannya bergerak di bidang memberikan edukasi kepada anak-anak yang tinggal di pegunungan untuk mendapatkan kehidupan yang layak.
And after I worked there for about 1 year and a half, during that time I read books about, it's a fiction, it's about story, it calls Step by Step, Day by Day. It's about the family have a son that born without leg.
Without leg.
Yeah, without leg.
Oh iya. Jadi suatu ketika Fa membaca novel yang diceritanya itu ada seorang anak yang nggak punya kaki, hidup tanpa kaki.
So at that time I started to think about disability more, and then Mr. Tan, he contacted me and say that, do you want to join our ministry?
Dan secara menakjubkan teman-teman, itu kan gambaran disabilitas itu muncul lagi tuh setelah membaca novel itu. Lalu secara menakjubkan Mr. Tan menghubungi Fa untuk melibatkan Fa di dalam pelayanan disabilitas.
And yes, you can guess my answer. I say yes.
Dan dia akhirnya menjawab iya.
Because I spent maybe more than a half of a year about quit job and being missionary, but God gives me an answer that being missionary, you don't have to go to a cross culture, you don't have to go to another country, but you can do this with people with disability.
Setelah sekian lama Fa memikirkan dan merindukan menjadi misionari yang pergi ke satu tempat menginjili, pada akhirnya Tuhan ternyata menjawab dengan cara yang berbeda lewat Mr. Tan menghubungi Fa dan kemudian mengajaknya terlibat dalam pelayanan kepada orang-orang dengan disabilitas.
Because how often do you see people with disability in your daily life? Do you see them every day?
Nah, Fa nanya nih, seberapa sering kita melihat atau bertemu dengan mereka yang dengan disabilitas di kehidupan kita, teman-teman? Sering? Setiap hari atau bagaimana? Not really.
Yes, that's why, because the family that affected by disability, they don't really go out of like outside often, so that's why you don't see them. So this is the word missionary for me.
Oke. Kenapa mereka dengan disabilitas tidak terlalu sering kita lihat dan kita temui? Karena keluarganya yang punya anak atau keluarga dengan disabilitas itu melindungi banget orang-orang itu sehingga kita jarang bertemu dengan mereka. Makanya inilah ladang pelayanannya gitu yang Tuhan berikan kepada Fa.
Okay, the last thing is I just want to tell that you don't have to graduate from Bible college or you don't have to be expert in Bible, but you can serve God. And I don't force you, God don't force you to do disability ministry, but I hope that one day something, the speech or something we talk with you will, God is working in your hearts and you will work in different mission field. And I hope that you will include some of disability in your ministries.
Oke, ini penting nih teman-teman. Jadi untuk melayani ternyata nggak harus menjadi seorang mahasiswa teologi, memutuskan sekolah teologi, tapi dengan apapun background kita, kita bisa dimampukan untuk melayani Tuhan. Dan dia juga nggak berharap kita menjadi seperti mereka, melayani orang-orang dengan disabilitas. Tapi paling tidak, cerita yang mereka bagikan hari ini atau sekian hari nanti bisa menginspirasi kita untuk juga menjadi orang-orang yang mau membuka tangan menerima mereka dan melibatkan mereka di kehidupan kita, mereka yang dengan disabilitas. Thank you, Fa.
Thank you, Fa.
Dan
And now we're going to hear from Tanya.
Tanya, oke.
I'm shaking because it's freezing. You guys freezing? Yeah, a little bit, right? Even I'm from the northern top Thailand, it's not that cold. Okay, so I'm Tanya. Some of you might saw my Instagram or heard my name as Nampet. Is my Thai name.
Ya, nama panggilannya Tanya, tapi sebenarnya nama Thailandnya adalah
Nampet.
Nampet.
Nampet. It's
Nampet.
difficult for you guys. Yeah.
Nampet.
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 Yeah. That's why Mr. Tan confusing when he calls my name. Okay. I was born in a Christian family
Ya, Tanya berasal dan lahir dari keluarga Kristen, teman-teman.
and also study in the Christian school.
Dan juga sekolah di sekolah Kristen.
Yeah. But our culture still have a mindset or understanding like the people with disability like was born by their family sin.
Oke. Jadi ternyata background pemikiran keluarganya itu orang begini, teman-teman. Orang dengan disabilitas itu lahir karena ada sesuatu, dosa atau dan lainnya dari keluarganya. Makanya ada orang itu lahir dengan disabilitasnya.
I never think about this and I never like bring it up in my mind before until one of the parents in my church members they are pregnant and they went to ultrasound like looking for the genders or something. Yeah.
USG.
USG. Oke, jadi itu tadi backgroundnya ya. Terus itu berlalu begitu, lalu kemudian suatu ketika Tanya bertemu dengan seseorang di gerejanya yang sedang hamil, lalu kemudian dia melakukan USG. Ya benar ya? USG.
Ya,
Ya, oke, untuk melihat kandungannya gitu ya.
Yeah, and they told us that the doctor said their kid might have like problem about the learning or have autism or Down syndrome something.
Oke. Nah, di hasil USG-nya ternyata dokternya bilang bahwa ada kemungkinan yang bayi yang nanti akan lahir itu akan punya gangguan. Bisa jadi autis atau what else? Down syndrome. Oke. Dingin ya, lumayan. Oke.
We need to stay closer.
Yeah, okay.
Warm ourselves.
Is it snowing? Okay.
Almost.
So after that, the family asked us for like praying for them.
Lalu keluarga itu yang tadi istrinya sedang mengandung meminta keluarganya Tanya untuk berdoa bagi mereka. Ya.
And at that time, I was just like high school student. And when the parents said that, and the sentence that Thai people always said that the kid with disability was born by their family sin, is just like come up on my mind.
Akhirnya pemikiran tentang orang dengan disabilitas itu lahir dari keluarga, dari dosa keluarganya itu mulai muncul tuh waktu diajak untuk mendoakan orang tadi.
Yeah, and I just don't believe it. It just like come up like I don't believe that because I know them. I know that family, and they're so nice and they're a good person. That could not be like that.
Akhirnya Tanya mulai mengkritisi itu teman-teman. Kayaknya nggak gitu. Aku tahu keluarganya, aku kenal keluarganya. Rasanya konsep itu salah tuh gitu.
That is like the starter that I start like interesting and searching and try to understanding about disability. I mean people with disability.
Akhirnya sejak saat itu Tanya mulai coba cari tahu dan belajar tentang orang dengan disabilitas.
And not many years after that, I have a chance to be a volunteer in the family retreat event.
Oke. Dan lalu suatu ketika Tanya mendapat kesempatan untuk jadi sukarelawan di family retreat, family camp itu.
Is there someone clap for me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I was paired by one of the small girl with she has like autism. Yeah, autism and so energetic, like the one that Pithan was paired.
Jadi di pelayanan itu di family camp, Tanya dikasih kepercayaan untuk menghandle anak dengan autisme dan sangat energetik gitu ya.
Yeah, and that time I have no idea. Actually, that time I didn't go. I didn't go for train before go the camp. I mean, I didn't train any about taking care of the kid.
Jadi di pelayanan itu, di pengalaman pelayanan itu sebenarnya Tanya belum pernah belajar bagaimana menangani atau bagaimana melayani orang-orang dengan disabilitas.
Yeah, but the only thing that I can do on that camp in that camp is just loved her. I mean.
Dan akhirnya yang bisa dia lakukan adalah hanya mencintai dia, anak itu.
I mean, I can feel that her heart is so empty. I mean, she looked in her mom, and I feel that it's just like nothing.
Jadi di momen itu dia melihat bahwa ada kekosongan di dalam diri anak itu.
Yeah, and I know that I'm not the person that can feel her heart. I mean, I'm just Tanya, you know. I'm just Tanya, but I cannot feel any body heart. But the only thing I can do that time is just love her because like what she is, just that.
Jadi hal yang bisa Tanya lakukan saat itu adalah mencintai dia, anak itu dengan seluruh keberadaan dirinya yang dengan disabilitas.
This is what I learned from being a volunteer is what we can do is be their friend, let them know that they are beloved, and love them, not just like they cannot do something, but we love them because they are our friend.
Jadi hal penting yang Tanya dapatkan sebagai seorang sukarelawan saat itu, yaitu kita orang-orang dengan disabilitas itu butuh dicintai dengan seluruh keberadaan dirinya, teman-teman. Dan mereka itu butuh punya teman, dan kita hadir di situ sebagai teman yang menemani.
Yeah, and I might not like serve as a full-time staff in like Christian organization. I still do my job. I still do the business. I still like investing, but I still want to like volunteer to do so like so many kind like I still volunteer myself to serve God in the church and the event that we do in the church. Yeah, that's what God asked me to do.
Bagi Tanya, memang panggilannya bukan untuk menjadi full time staff di situ seperti Mr. Tan dan Fa, tapi dia merasa sebagai menjadi penting untuk terlibat di dalam pelayanan itu, menjadi sukarelawan, dan dia tetap melakukan pekerjaannya.
Yeah. Not all of you thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's not important that you all have to be a full-time in Christian organization or serve God as a full-time. You might not be there in the next 3 year or 5 year in the future. We cannot know, but we still have heart here, and we are the same heart to love our friend in this world, and no matter like what they are. So just love them and do what God asks you to do. Just that.
Jadi melayani itu bukan selalu ngomong oke, jadi full time hamba Tuhan, full time pelayanan, tapi kita tetap melakukan pekerjaan kita sebagai apapun kita, tapi kita sadar bahwa kita dipanggil Tuhan untuk mengambil bagian melalui tanggung jawab kita untuk tetap punya hati bagi mereka yang Tuhan cintai itu.
Yeah, just that. Thank you.
Thank you Tanya.
Thank you, Tanya.
Kak JJ ya
I'm
abis ini.
checking.
Kak JJ ya.
And now we would like to hear from Kwang.
Yes.
You got that mic right.
Still cold now. So can I ask Fa to translator? So I can speak English, but sometimes is it hard for me? I ask Pitan.
Sure,
Okay,
sure. Oh, yeah.
thank you so much.
Kwang, maybe
Yeah.
this is loud.
Okay, thank you. Okay, actually, I born in Buddhism family, and it's same as
Sama
Mr.
seperti Pitan, juga lahir dari keluarga berlatar belakang Buddhis.
Yes, but I was in the high school. It's a Christian high school.
Oh, bersekolah di sekolah Kristen,
Yeah, but it's different from
tapi beda.
Tanya and Mr. Tan.
Oh ya.
Yeah, but we are in the same city in Chiang Mai, and we are near. Okay, and they have it's like I go to church every day to worship, and I know about God through my high school. And when 14, I accept God and I go to church. Yeah, since 14 years
14
old.
years old.
Yeah, until now. How many?
Ya, Kwang berjumpa dengan Tuhan melalui sekolahnya yang juga berlatar belakang Kristen dan menerima masuk dalam agama Kristen umur 14 tahun.
maybe around 10, 15. Oh no.
Kaleon aman, Kaleon.
It's okay.
Selamatkan Kaleon. Kak Leo kok Leon.
Kapal oleng.
Do you need? Oh, thank you so much. And
Sorry kapal oleng.
okay, and when I go to the college and I study in social science, yeah, and I have one of subject is social work.
Oh.
I think that I didn't like it because I think that who is a social work, they are gonna have a special skill, and they are gonna have a several, skill to treat to support the beneficiary and
Oh, yeah.
to support case.
Ya, Kwang
Ya.
pertama kali terlibat dalam pelayanan sosial, dunia pelayanan sosial tuh ketika ada satu mata kuliah di kampusnya. Dan itu termasuk mata kuliah yang sebenarnya dia tidak terlalu tertarik atau excited gitu ya. Karena dia merasa di mata kuliah itu pasti akan dibutuhkan skill khusus, skill tertentu. Dan dia merasa kayaknya dia tidak terlalu tertarik di sana.
Yeah, and I think that and during the time, yeah, I go to church and I'm being like you. It is a volunteer in our church, and I have experience in the family retreat, and also, and I just volunteer to take care of the one of family that she is how do you say, is it CP cerebral palsy. Yeah, and I just love her because she is so cute. She tried to communicate with me, and she just she is she I think that this camp is just it's not just that we are gonna provide them, but I think that they're gonna provide me also. I think.
Ya, Kwang bertemu dengan seorang anak yang mengajarinya bahwa ternyata komunikasi itu tidak hanya dengan seperti cara biasa yang kita lakukan, tapi ia yang juga punya kondisi itu pun bisa berkomunikasi dengan Kwang. Bahkan Kwang juga kemudian berpikir bahwa bukan hanya kita yang melayani mereka atau menyediakan segalanya buat mereka, tapi ternyata saudara-saudari kita dengan disabilitas itu juga bisa melayani kita dengan cara mereka menyentuh kita dalam kasihnya.
Yeah, they are gonna refill my heart and
Mereka
to
mengisi hati kita.
yeah, and make me to thank God. This is a blessing for me also. Yeah, and it's confirmed that I can do this job.
Dan itu
Yeah.
meyakinkan Kwang bahwa tidak tunggu butuh skill khusus untuk melayani saudara-saudari dengan disabilitas, tapi dengan hatinya, dengan juga pengalaman yang dia rasakan, dia punya yang dibutuhkan, yaitu kasih untuk dia bagikan.
And because I think that who is social worker, they gonna have I think the big heart, and they are gonna sacrifice their life, and they are gonna have they are gonna don't have just the things that support them, but they are gonna have a planning. They're gonna growing with. They are gonna working together with them. Yeah, it's just. I think I can't do this job.
Ya, jadi bukan hanya untuk mereka, tapi bersama dengan saudara-saudari dengan disabilitas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and after that, I go to study in master degree as a social science also.
Ya, mengambil
Ya.
studi pasca sarjananya.
Yeah, but my major is about the just social science, but it's not the same as the social worker.
Oh ya, sama-sama ada di bidang pelayanan sosial begitu, tapi sedikit berbeda dari yang
Yeah,
aktual
it's
ya.
not the same.
Ya.
Yeah, and so many my friend that they are gonna work in the organization. They are ask me, and I just reject. Yeah, and after I finish my master degree, okay, maybe you can. Okay, and then I go to work in the innovation and something like that. It is about the startup in Chiang Mai. Yeah, and I think this is not my type. It's not I think it is not my it's not what I am. I mean, it's about the business part. Yeah. So my friend asked me to join the Bandek Foundation also. Yeah.
Ya, setelah menyelesaikan tadi yang studi pascasarjananya, Kwang kemudian terlibat dalam sebuah startup, tapi dia merasa hatinya tidak di sana karena itu semua soal bisnis, bukan sesuatu yang jadi visinya.
And during that time that I got it's like a depressed and burn out from my job because this is not my type that I say. And I gonna ask God again. Yeah, because actually I think I asked my friend from my church that because I afraid that if I do the social work, I'm gonna like emotional. Yeah, and I can't to be the professional. Yeah.
Ya. Lalu dari situ Kwang kemudian bekerja di dalam satu yayasan yang ada di gerejanya sekarang, terlibat juga dalam pelayanan-pelayanan sosial. Tapi di sana pun Kwang punya kekhawatiran kalau nanti dia terlalu bahasa kita sekarang mungkin baper gitu ya. Jadi malah dikendalikan oleh perasaan itu sampai-sampai malah nggak bisa melayani dengan semaksimal mungkin di pelayanan itu.
And I talk with God that and I can support them and good. I think I just afraid that and can I like yeah I'm afraid
ada
that
kekhawatiran kalau Kwang juga nggak bisa merawat saudara-saudari kita ini.
that I'm not do good in the part, yeah. But it's during my burnout from my job, and I just accept my friend when he asked me and to join in the organization, be the social work, yeah. And so that I apply and they are interview me.
Ya. Jadi kekhawatirannya itu ada banyak sekali, tapi Kwang merasa ketika temannya nanya, nawarin, ayo mau terus ada di pelayanan ini, ya. Kwang bertekad, ya, mulai aja dulu, lakukan aja dulu.
Yeah, and they very interested in me because.
Wow, is there a fire?
Fire?
Maybe it's also a sign from God. Oh no. Okay, we can continue.
It's okay.
Yeah. And also I just get a reminder from the committee that our time is up. But maybe Kwang can say some few words.
Yes, okay. Okay, and they are interested in me, and they asked me to join in their organization, and I think that I talk with them that I'm not get social worker license, and it's not the problem. They are gonna have me because I have a big heart to do it in the social work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ya, jadi sampai saat ini pun Kwang terus diyakinkan sama teman-teman rekan-rekan kerjanya begitu bahwa Kwang itu punya hati yang besar ya, a big heart. Dan itulah yang juga bisa membekalinya ada di dalam pelayanan ini bersama-sama. Jadi bukan terutama soal harus skill-skill yang istimewa gitu, tapi a big heart can do so much.
Yeah, it's same as
Okay.
Pitan that he said that it's not about we are ready, but
Oh ya.
it's about the we are give all of
Jadi
to
jangan
God.
jangan tunggu tiba waktunya. Waduh, seperti kidung apa itu ya? Kidung jemaat BKJ. Jangan tunggu tiba waktunya, jangan tunggu saat saya siap. Tapi mulai aja dulu sekarang apa yang ada pada kita. Oke. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we would like to end this talk show. I would like to ask each one of you to say just one short sentence as a message to our friends here. Anything from your heart. It can be an advice or anything. One sentence as a message to our friends here. Yeah. Maybe starting for Pitan.
One by one, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What I learned from the whole thing since I started ministry, don't be afraid, do with love.
Don't be afraid. And
Do it with love.
do it with love. Okay. Thank you, Pitan.
Jangan takut, lakukanlah dengan cinta.
And Tanya.
Not about it's not about what you cannot do. It's about what you can do.
Bukan soal apa yang kau tak bisa lakukan, tapi apa yang kau bisa lakukan.
Mantap.
And
Oh, mantap.
oh, mantap. Ya, mantap.
Kidding. Actually, for me, serving others shows our love for God.
Melayani sesama menunjukkan kasih kita kepada Tuhan. Melayani sesama berarti melayani Tuhan. And Kwang,
For me, let God take over.
biarkan Tuhan berkarya mengerjakannya dalam kita. Thank you,
Thank you so much,
Pitan,
guys.
Tanya, Fa, and Kwang. Another round of applause, everyone. And see you on our next ministry together.
Kopun Cup. guys.
Kapun Cup. Kapun Cup. Terima kasih. Saya kembalikan kepada panitia Kak
Thank
Sandi.
you.
Terima kasih.